Previously on Super Modded Fallout.
Boxing a super mutant is not something I thought I'd be doing today.
And now you're pretty much caught up.
Hello, welcome to Super Modded Fallout. I'm Kyle.
I'm Kara.
And today we are doing, I don't know, some mod. I think it's New Vegas accounting?
New Vegas Bounties III.
3?
Yes.
Wow, okay. I'm kidding. This popped up the moment we loaded up the game, so we just decided to start the recording here.
Yeah.
With the Mojave Wasteland now purged of its most dangerous elements, rumors abound of a mysterious newcomer seeking out the now famous courier. While many of the accounts vary, they all share a common message delivered by the traveler. Tell Nuclear Star to go where it all began. Recalling your past deeds as a bounty hunter, you soon realize it can only mean one place, Randall and Associates. Perhaps you should seek out the stranger and ascertain his motives. Vegas Bounties III is recommended for veteran couriers.
Level 35 plus.
So yeah, this is going to be the big climax of the whole New Vegas Bounties series. It's not going to be the end, but there won't be much left after it does end.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's go for Randall and Associates, the abandoned shack with no one inside. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too. It seems really cool. Oh god, are those Black Widows?
Just one.
2. There were 2.
No, there's a different spider.
Oh.
Someone's fighting up here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, they're dead. Okay. Oh, why are you running away?
Mm-hmm.
Because he was standing right outside the shack. I'm guessing it's him, but... Hello? And now he's running this way.
All the shooting is making him anxious.
He's scared. We want to begin the quest, please. Virgil.
This place doesn't look like much, does it? I didn't believe this was Randall's old joint until I checked inside. Shame that it's been left abandoned. That painting is something to see.
I understand you wanted to meet with me.
I figured it was a matter of time before you showed. Rumors spread like the clap in the Mojave. At any rate, you're here in all your glory. The Courier. Do you get tired of that title? It's not very imposing, you know? Maybe that's the beauty of it. Nobody expects to be downed by a messenger. Hey, here's your letter. Oh, and you're dead. Do you pronounce it courier or courier? Probably doesn't matter. Tomato, tomato.
Courier.
Do you mind telling me what you want?
It's a matter of what I need, actually. My job is to relay a message from my supervisor, a fellow by the name of Marko. See, he's rather upset over his brother's death, and he wants to settle with you, in Utah. It's a very long trip. Luckily, I know the way.
Okay. I guess we're heading to Utah. Well, what are we waiting for? I've also got unfinished business with Marko.
You are tightly wound, you know that? Just relax, hero. You'll get there soon enough. First, you're gonna help me with some business here. There are a few contacts here in the Mojave that I need to sort out on behalf of Marko's business interests. Funny thing is that there's some overlap with your past work. I managed to look through some of Randall's old records in the shack. To his credit, the man kept very meticulous records. He must have been quite the typist. Anyway, if you want to reach Utah, first you'll help me solve problems. Sort of like bounty hunting. Oh, and don't worry, you won't have to kill any women or children. Nothing that might compromise your code. These pretty much have it coming.
Let's remain silent.
Are you sure?
Fine, ask the question. I just think it's funny.
Could you elaborate on what sort of problems I'd be solving?
The sort involving scumbags who haven't kicked up to their betters and are a touch defiant. That kind of hubris tends to draw bad karma.
Why don't I just kill you and set out after Marko on my own?
Traveling to Frostal isn't like taking one of your little nature walks here in the valley. It's hundreds of miles through dangerous terrain. On top of that, you could easily encounter roaming bands of cannibalistic tribals, or just get lost and freeze to death in the mountains. But I'm sure you pondered all that when you made that crack about killing me.
Okay, I'll help you.
Jerk.
What a team we'll be. I can't wait! Gotta make a little stop before we meet the first guy. Here's the spot on your map. See you there.
Okay. Not exactly thrilled about this.
Me neither, but...
I don't want to just help out some random guy, you know?
He said he promised we wouldn't have to kill anyone that compromised our code.
He said women and children, then. So like, I'll just be okay with killing. I mean, he did say they deserve it, but still, I don't trust you. You work for Marko. No, I don't trust you.
Yeah, but we don't really have a choice, do we?
Now, it actually turns out that you we're not able to bring companions to Utah in this.
Okay, so we'll have to leave him before we leave for Utah.
Yes. Even Russell, which I actually found kind of surprising.
I guess he didn't make Russell compatible with Utah.
I'm guessing the quest is just written in a way that makes it inconvenient.
Yeah, I guess.
Fighting everywhere.
That sucks, though. It would have been nice to at least bring Russell.
Yeah.
But maybe it's the sort of thing where either that guy will refuse to take us if we try to bring anyone, or where it's a one-on-one thing.
Oh, there's Virgil.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of some of these guys. We have incendiary rounds.
Nice.
Make up your mind. You can go forward or backwards. Oh, there's a cyber dog.
Oh crap. There's just a bunch of things coming at us
Open wide.
randomly.
Yeah, this is really not a safe place.
Okay, let's talk to him before something else comes along.
Where'd he go?
He's running in over there, behind the house.
He does that a lot, it seems.
Well, we have so much stuff going on.
That's not okay, though. Seriously, there's no reason. Like, everyone is dead. There's no reason for him to be running away like this. He's gonna be running into more combat. Get back here, idiot.
Maybe we should start freezing him when we see him.
I don't know if we can do that. We can't do that to everyone.
Ah, you made it. The fiends really know how to make a neighborhood their own, don't they? Speaking of fiends, you remember Eileen, right? Slightly unbalanced gal who liked to sever men's genitalia? Yeah, hard to forget. Way back when you knocked her off, NCR started telling people that it was finally safe to start moving in around here, due to law and order. Well, as you probably know, the fiends were a bit more resilient than they had expected. Oh, and it turns out Eileen wasn't even the worst one. Actually, she kept some of the more savage elements in line with the threat of emasculation. What a word, emasculation. Shout it to the heavens. After you disposed of Eileen, a nice gentleman named Troy took over her crew. He was no power player, but he certainly left his mark. You see, Troy was a chronic rapist, even worse than old Cook. Not long after the Owen family moved in here, Troy paid him a visit. Let's go inside and see his handiwork, shall we?
Okay, so we're going to be taking out fiends.
Yeah.
Save.
That's fair, though. At least nothing bad.
You know, if I knew that I caused this, even in a crazy roundabout sort of way, that would just eat me up inside. Sort of awkward now.
He's trying to blame us.
And you want to go with the top one?
Part of me wants to say this one.
Do you want to?
Let's be nice.
Okay, Troy and the Fiends did this, not me.
In some circles, that would be called ducking responsibility. Troy was nothing before you killed Eileen. On top of the money, I completely understand killing Eileen, given the habitual severing of penises. In my book, that's right up there with murder. But don't doubt for a second that you set this in motion. You can't kill and walk away no matter what side of the law you think you're on. Nonetheless, we can sit here arguing about rapists and dick cutters, or we can go kill fiends. Never gets old, does it? I'll see you at Troy's.
Okay. Let's just
I'm not going to feel guilty about this. We've killed way too many people to start feeling guilty about crap that happened as a result of our actions.
Yeah, it's like, that's ridiculous. If you're going to blame us for trying at least to do good, when the majority of people in the wasteland just look out for themselves, then it's just like, that's ridiculous. At least we tried. At least we did something.
Yeah, because like,
what have you done?
What were you suggesting? To just let Eileen roam around?
Yeah, exactly.
We tried to make things better, and no, it didn't exactly work out.
But that's not our fault.
Yeah, that's like, what's a good example? That's, it's like what we do all the time. We try to be a good guy, and we try to do the best and save people. And like, if because we save someone, a bunch of people get killed, it's like, you're going to blame us? No, I'm not going to take that.
I think it's under your bridge.
You're not going to run away?
I just love a quick jaunt through the ruins of a dead city. Makes me feel privileged to be alive. Maybe that's just me. I suppose we should make our way to Troy now. Seeing as to how you're a famous, cold-blooded, God-fearing bounty hunter, I'll follow your lead. One thing, though. Please don't cut off random fingers in the hopes of collecting a reward. After you.
Well, we're not on a particular bounty hunting mission right now, so we're just helping you out. There's no point in getting fingers.
Who the fuck are you? What the fuck are you doing here?
Troy. You have been a busy little boy, haven't you? All that robbing and raping going on, yet you can't seem to return messages.
What? Who the fuck? I'm about to light your ass up, cocksucker. You know who I am? I'm gonna smoke you, then fuck you right up the ass.
No, you won't, Troy. Do you know who I work for? Gentleman by the name of Marko. He's very unhappy that you ignored his messages. Not good, Troy.
Marko? He sent you? Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to ignore him. Shit just got fucked up. I was busy and...
Shh, Troy, calm yourself. No point in making a scene. Keep your dignity intact. You could have avoided this with timely correspondence.
Oh, God. He sent you to kill me, didn't he? Please, don't. I'll give you money, girls, anything.
Why does everyone just assume I would want a woman? I do prefer them, but you never know. Doesn't matter. Troy, this is a matter of balance.
I can't go like this, Mama!
Now, would you look at that? Troy, you went and pissed yourself. Would you relax? I'm not going to kill you.
Really? Oh, thank you. I'll do whatever you want. Just tell Marko. I'll do it.
No, I won't kill you, Troy. This bounty hunter will.
Oh, shit, Mama!
This is hopeless!
Nothing can save you now, motherfucker.
He ran outside.
What a coward.
What is it?
Oh. Okay. Let's kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't feel bad about it. He's a horrible person. Am I supposed to feel bad just because he's begging for his life now?
Whatever.
Only because he's scared of Marko? Where'd he go?
Oh, there he is.
Just gonna search his body. Oh, nothing worth worrying about.
Mm-hmm.
Bravo. When Marko told me to bring you, I told him, well, I thought that it was crazy. But you know what? He was right. You're a real killer. Next stop, Freeside. We get to take in the splendor of Vegas's grand cesspool. I'll see you there.
Okay, when we meet up with
Niken
them
are
there, we
amazing
should
on the
ask
sneak.
him some
Aren't they?
some of the other questions we saw.
Yeah, sure. I figured we should just take care of this first.
Mm-hmm.
So when do you want to leave our companions behind? You want to wait until the moment we have to go to Utah and keep them with us until then?
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, if you want, we can leave them now, but I don't see the point, really. Although the mod so far probably expects us not to have companions at the moment.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Or where will we leave them?
Just wherever. We'll come back for them eventually.
Do you want to leave them in Freeside then?
If you want.
Yeah, I guess we can do that. Just go the rest of the mod alone. Well, with Virgil.
Vault 0. It's one of the secret vaults, basically.
Make a brief stop at the Atomic Wrangler, where the booze is cheaper, the tables more fancy.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
Urine, feces, vomit. That's the intoxicating aroma of Freeside. It's like smelling hopelessness. If you're wondering, this fine establishment is known as Carl's Candy, with a K. Unfortunately, they do not offer confectionaries. No, Carl's is just one of many brothels in Freeside, but it should interest you for at least one reason. No, not that one. That comely young lady soliciting her services on the corner is known as Jill. Apparently, she's the daughter of the late Charlie Halfcock. See, Charlie's mercenary work provided for his daughter after his wife left him. With a name like Halfcock, you can imagine why she left. Single father with half a penis and a powerful rifle. What a story. But then, he met you. His kid, orphaned. Though only at the tender age of 16, Jill took it upon herself to make her way in the Mojave. With few marketable skills, Jill was soon forced to rely on her most valuable asset, her body. Carl quickly scooped her up and made her his own. But it doesn't end there, friend. Carl doesn't just pimp out girls. He makes them utterly dependent through chem abuse. Pretty soon Jill was strung out on jet and completely broke. She became de facto property of Carl. Coincidentally, I have to deliver some news to Carl so we can kill 2 perverts with 1 stone. You better lead the way, though. My rugged looks are simply magnetic to females, and I don't want to be swarmed by hussies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's horrible, but again, not our fault. I mean, her dad was a murderer. I don't care if he did get paid for it. Now, we did choose to spare that one Enclave guy for the sake of his girl, but never knew about her.
Also, she was disabled and had no possibility of making her own way.
Yeah. So, you want to maybe just tell him to wait now?
Sure.
Since this is off, it seems to be going onto like an individual, like our past deeds kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Let me just see if Russell has any more dialogue. Nope, okay.
Fine.
Doc Friday. Death Claws.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
What can you tell me about Marko?
I suppose in a strange way he's not much different from you, Courier. He was forged in violence, reborn a survivor. He's not exceptional in any physical sense, nor is he the most intelligent man I've met. I suppose it's his will that sets him apart. There have been times when most men would have succumbed to defeat or even death, yet Marko won in the end. He told me about the time he was captured by raiders back east. They ate Marko's comrades and forced him into servitude. He went along with it, ingratiating himself with the leader and even proving himself as a capable cook. The raiders grew to trust him. He was eventually offered the chance to join their ranks, on the condition that he prove his ability to kill without hesitation. While he had certainly killed before, this was different. He was ordered to slaughter the family of a random farmer, a fellow by the name of Randall. Given your history with Randall, I have no doubt he's told you what transpired. Marko killed them all in front of Randall in gruesome fashion. The slavers' leader was so impressed that he made Marko his right-hand man. Marko soon exceeded all expectations as a raider. It seemed as if Marko had assimilated into this new lifestyle with no regrets or grudges, for a time. Then, they ran into a rival group of raiders.
Go on.
On the eve of their battle, Marko sedated the leader and carried him to the rival encampment. With a rapt, surprised audience in full view, Marko blinded, castrated, and paralyzed his leader, then announced his intentions. He declared himself leader of the rival tribe and would face anyone who thought himself more worthy. None challenged him. With his intimate familiarity with his original clan's tactics, Marko led his men to an easy victory. The fate of the captured raiders was grim. Most were blinded, emasculated, and crippled, much like the leader. Additionally, they were disemboweled. For days, Marko allowed his dogs to feed on the entrails of the dying men, taking care to ensure their survival long enough to extend the agony. They all died eventually, except the leader. He had a much worse fate. They say Marko carted him about for years, caged like an animal. He was a living reminder that crossing Marko could bring a fate far worse than death. No one ever questioned him.
But he didn't cross Marko. He was his own leader. Unless you're saying that when enslaving him in the first place.
He was the rival gang's leader.
No, I think they were talking about the own leader. They took his own leader and went up to the other gang and claimed himself as the leader now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel guilty about running with Marko? Surely you've seen and done awful things.
Marko always said, man is the measure of all things. In this world, you make your own law for yourself and those closest to you. Talking about right and wrong is delusional and self-indulgent. If you had traveled and seen what I have, you'd appreciate the truth in this. Seen towns where they ate people but wouldn't let the women out in public for fear of immorality. Other places they killed kids for stealing food. Deep down, everybody has an idea about what's right. Sleeping with another man's wife? It's okay, she's unhappy. How about robbery? Oh, they're rich. Marko taught me to look within, trust my own instincts, and most importantly, to do what it takes to stay alive. He always looked after his people. So to answer your question, I don't feel guilty. There ain't no heaven or hell, just this rock. And I'll get mine while I'm here.
Yeah, I don't believe any of that crap. I believe in objective truths, absolute truths. Doesn't matter how you argue it. There is right and wrong to varying degrees. Oh yeah, she like he slept with someone's wife. Oh, it's okay because now she was unhappy. No, that makes it less bad, but it's still bad.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm hearing you right, you seem to embrace being the bad guy.
I want to know what a feet-sniveling worm coined the term bad guy. Probably some spineless wretch who relied on stronger men for his safety. You know what bad means to me? It means you're strong, you endure when others listen to that pussified voice inside, lay down and die. I don't know about your world with all its nations and laws, but in my world, good is raw flesh that's stripped and eaten by the hungry. What would you do without a few bad men around? No job for starters. You're only as good as the man across from you. It's what builds you. You've smoked a few lowlifes and now you're supposed to be special? You're just another meatbag with an expiration date. The hubris of it, to call me bad. There will come a time when you'll wish you had more bad in you, because good lets you down in the end.
No, I'll pass.
Yeah. Is this all about Sergio? I have a hard time believing that Marko was close to his brother.
Why wouldn't it be about Sergio? Even bad men love their brothers. You might say their mutual interests made them closer. You're not completely off base, though. Before Sergio was killed, Marko had already heard some of the stories coming out of the Mojave. People talked about some courier who was all but unstoppable. A veritable force of nature by all accounts. That didn't sit well with Marko. I guess on some level he wants to prove that you're no better than the rest of us mere mortals. Or at least not better than him. You've been riding high since you ducked the Reaper. Maybe too high. If you aren't careful, you'll get a nasty lesson in mortality soon enough.
Why did Marko send you? Why didn't he just come and face me himself?
Do you always imagine elaborate, contrived showdowns with your antagonists? I'm afraid Marko's a touch more pragmatic in his outlook. Don't worry, he'll fight you on his own terms when the time's right. First, I have to see to his interests while he stabilizes things in Utah. He told me that Sergio came here, squared off with you in some mountain town. Didn't work out well for him, did it? Do you want Marko that badly? You have to know that it's risky going up to Utah.
Kind of want to remain silent just to see what happens.
Yeah. No.
It's funny.
Whatever. You want to go with the last one or the first one?
I like the first one.
Risks are unavoidable. All adapt and overcome, even in Utah.
To your credit, you are adaptable. Some things can't be accounted for, though. When you taste Marko's vengeance, it will cut you off at the knees. You ever seen a cripple win a wrestling match? I mean, I've seen some midgets put up a mean fight with arm bars and whatnot, but never a gimp. What is it?
What's your background? How do you get mixed up with Marko?
I had a non-traditional upbringing, with the requisite amount of violence for wasteland standards. Marko found me when I was a young man. I was just a thug when we met. He saw something in me, something I didn't know about myself. He just has that ability. It's uncanny. He pushed me to become more proficient at violence, but also instilled the urge to educate myself. It's amazing what learned slaves can teach you. I have no doubt I would have perished in some scrape back east if I hadn't met Marko. I would have been another anonymous, forgotten raider. Some gang members came and went, like Red Bear. They feared Marko, so their presence was usually ephemeral. There was always a core, though. We stay loyal to Marko because he wins every time, against all odds. There's profit, but also brotherhood. Is it the same with your group?
I like the top one.
Yeah. My companions stick with me out of mutual respect.
Respect? All the time, even when someone is drunk or careless? I wonder how you tolerate their flaws, and vice versa.
Yeah, Cass is drunk half the time.
Where'd you get the pit boy?
It was given to me when I came of age, so very long ago. Though it's unsightly and cumbersome, there's no questioning its value. The targeting alone has saved my skin more than a few times. Of all the paths I've walked, all the trials I've endured, it's been constant. Yes, this pit boy is better than a loyal hound. Certainly superior to a wife. God, it's not even close.
Wait, you grew up in a vault?
Do you find that remarkable? Most people have rather strong assumptions about vault dwellers. We're all naive, agoraphobic shut-ins, right? Some of them never adapt to the outside, but me. I never liked being trapped. As a boy, I constantly dreamed of life beyond the vault. I escaped through literature and comic books. Never cared for school itself. My father punished me, even destroyed my books. I didn't care. I could paint grand vistas in my mind, climbing to the highest peaks while taking in real sunlight, breathing unfiltered air. My father hated his lot in the vault, working maintenance. He hated even more that I was content to spend my time withdrawn from his world. He drank a lot, beat me and my brother when things boiled over. Overseer was a real traditional type, didn't want to interfere, so nothing changed. Dad had plans for me. Maintenance and repair in the vault, an auspicious occupation. I probably would have killed myself if I'd stayed in that vault.
How did you escape the vault?
When I was 13, the water chip gave out, so we had to make contact with the outside. I wanted to leave with the scouting expedition. Dad said no. I planned on sneaking out with my kid brother. Couldn't leave him with Dad. I got caught, and the old man pummeled me unconscious. I ended up in the infirmary. Dad wound up in his cell. Didn't last, though. Overseer released him the next day. He had critical skills. You see, I found that life is a series of epiphanies. Some are minute, others hit you like a freight train. I had a big one in the infirmary. I realized that the rules would always work against me in my dreams. Somebody with money or power pulls the strings, snuffs them out. It was that realization that finally pushed me over the edge. Or made my balls drop. One night I picked up Dad's bat and bashed his kneecaps. He cried like a little girl, apologized and confessed till he was hoarse. My stepmom stayed out of it. She was a timid soul. I told them that me and my brother were leaving, and that they shouldn't bother trying to find us. Dad just sobbed and nodded. There was a skeleton crew guarding the entrance, so we slipped out before they found Dad. Don't know what became of him. Knowing what I know now, I only wish I'd finished that bastard off. He was a waste of life.
What happened after you escaped the vault?
We left at night, but it was still disconcerting at first, seeing the sky above you, like an ocean bearing down on you. You feel so small. We adjusted soon enough, just kept walking east. It was so stupid in hindsight. A couple of kids with a baseball bat, nothing more. You see, back east there aren't all these nations like you have here. It's just towns and tribes with no real order. We had no idea. I wish I could tell you we found a town and everything worked out. Not the case. We were picked up by slavers led by a man named Dickie. Dickie ran a roaming band who would lease out slaves to towns or raiding crews. To his credit, he was a sharp trader. I thought I had taken some harsh beatings, but the slavers made Dad seem like some grandma with an old switch. They were merciless. It only bothered me when they hit my brother, though. He was no more than 8 at the time, so they planned on making him a sex slave. I despised Dickie not because of his cruelty, but because he was always smiling, whistling, making cracks. Dad may have been an abusive cretin, but at least he imparted some mechanical know-how. That's how I got the slave collars off. We ran until our blood burned and our bare feet bled, then ran some more. Dickie was tracking us with dogs. It was closed when I spotted the town. In that moment I knew we wouldn't make it. Dickie and his crew were too fast, so I sent my brother off towards the town while I backtracked. He made it. I didn't. If I'd known what awaited me, the sheer hell of it, I might have killed myself before they took me.
What did Dickie do when he recaptured you?
What didn't Dickie do? 5 years. 5 years of hell. That's what I got for leaving the vault and saving my brother. It was work, beatings, work, and then more beatings. All the while there was Dickie's laughter. All the while I thought of my brother. I was near a man when Dickie got the idea of matching me up in the cage. That was a big draw, fighting slaves to the death. I knew it was my chance.
Nope, that's the end of the story, I guess.
What is...
Okay.
Maybe he'll tell us more later.
Yeah, they just kind of cut off the suspense. What happened? Tell me. I wish he would say which vault it was. It must be a vault we've never heard of before.
Mm-hmm. Hey there.
Oh, she doesn't talk. Okay, I guess we'll go and take care of Carl. I wonder if it's going to involve friendship.
I highly doubt that.
No friendship?
No friendship.
What is...
Oh.
Fuck up, bitch. You want another smack? Do you? When Carl says to suck his dick, you better... do you mind? I am trying to work here. If you're looking for some tail, check downstairs.
Carl, tell me, does it make you feel strong when you smack around starving hookers? This is a real man right here.
Ooh, excuse me? You go walk into my place and lay down attitude? Motherfucker, I will crack your skull open and shit in it.
As much as I want to be moved by that arresting imagery, I need to get to the point, Carl. Do you remember the arrangement you had with Marko?
Marko? Are you serious? That motherfucker ain't even real. So I took some guy's money and said I'd kick it up to Marko. What of it? It was a scam.
No scam, Carl. You knowingly stole from one of Marko's associates, then went on to denounce the whole affair in public. Bad judgment, my boy.
You can't be serious. I was just joking with some boys in Freeside. Everyone knows Marko isn't real. Right? Oh, fuck, man. Oh, fuck. Holy shit, man.
No joke,
Come on,
Carl.
dude, let's just talk about
we'll
this,
make
man.
it quick. Or maybe not. It's really up to the discretion of my associate.
They always run.
It's like, you dumb fucked up right there. Because you act like you think he's not real or anything like that, and it's just like, you're stupid.
Jill ran off. Oh, there she is.
Well, maybe now she can work somewhere else in Freeside. Alright.
I think I've got some room.
Really?
And just keep the unique outfit.
Okay, I thought you were going to make him wear it.
No.
And that's how it's done, partner. You showed patience, but didn't hesitate when it was time to act. Well done. Just one more stop and then we can begin the great trek. There's a little homestead I want you to see first, though. Here's the spot on your map.
I wonder if we can talk to her.
Oh.
No.
Oh, wait. It froze on us.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we can load up the...
She's obviously not meant to talk to.
Yeah.
Enclave. I worked hard on those flags.
They're nice.
Thanks. See, I mean, you know, owning prostitutes and like beating them and yelling at them, you deserve to die.
And making them dependent on chems.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, because it's like, You're not even giving them a chance there. Like, if it was legitimately they decided to work for him and they were getting paid, then fine, that's their choice.
Hey there.
But making them dependent on chems and spend all their money on drugs and that kind of thing is just ridiculous.
So we're going to the Quigley residence.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, Quigley was the NCR scientist who turned traitor. He was working for the Legion.
Oh, yeah.
Or was it Quigley or Quigsley? Oh no. I hope this isn't a conflict.
I hear the Great Khans just packed up and left Red Rock Canyon. Always thought the NCR and them would fight it out again. What are you doing here? Get out before I blow your head off.
I don't know what this is for.
I don't know either.
Yeah, so it seems they used an existing house to, for this house, which is dumb.
It might be that one of our mods just happens to use that same house.
I don't know, though, because I had one of the magazines in here. This house was already in the main game.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wait, the quest marker changed.
Oh yeah, that's not the right... Oh, he's over there.
Okay, so that must have been a glitch, because the marker was pointing right there.
Yeah.
This fine residence is the home of Dana Quigley, widow of the late Tom Quigley. You remember him, right? Though an inveterate womanizer and a madman, Ranger Quigley still sent proceeds from his caravan robberies to his family. When his mischief caught up with him, Mrs. Quigley found herself destitute and struggled to provide for 3 children. On the verge of starvation and homelessness, Mrs. Quigley soon received an offer from a businessman. In exchange for a hefty sum, he would seize Mrs. Quigley's daughter and sell her to Kaiser's Legion. She accepted the offer. While the initial windfall tided them over for a spell, the Quigley residence has fallen on hard times once again. Crop failures and whatnot. Already maddened with regret over her daughter's fate, now Mrs. Quigley must decide how to proceed. Sell the farm? Prostitute herself? Sell a child? The dilemmas of the wasteland. Why don't we pay her a visit? You should have plenty to talk about.
Oh.
She would have been fine if her husband had just stayed working for the NCR.
Oh, wait, this was a different guy, though.
No, because remember we went to Quigsley's bunker, which was next to Cottonwood Cove.
Well, he was talking about raiding caravans and stuff.
Okay, maybe I do have it mixed up.
Yeah.
Even then, I still don't feel bad about it, though.
Yeah. Fine, I'll see if I can help her.
That's the spirit. Help the hapless damsel who pawned her only daughter off to be the plaything of sadistic barbarians. Fantastico.
Oh, shut up.
You can't expect us to remember every person we kill.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of joking.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Quigley? Maybe I'm thinking of Quigsley.
Maybe. I honestly don't even remember this guy.
Probably just some raider. One of the bounties we killed.
Can I help you?
Honestly, I kind of feel bad for her selling her daughter. I feel like that's a very bad thing to do, but it was also a matter of that versus feeding her other children.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's a good person, but I don't think she's evil.
Yeah. I'm just passing through. Is there anything I can do to help?
Unless you got a golden goose, there's nothing. Damn fat cats in town are about to push me off my land.
Oh, wow.
Do you want to give her 2,000 caps?
Yeah, let's just give her money, because that's what she really needs.
Yeah, would 2,000 caps get you on your feet?
I don't know what to say. Wait, did the hostlers put you up to this? You don't look rich. How did you get that kind of cash? Is this a con?
Do you want to be honest with her? She's probably going to freak out.
Let's try.
Okay, I've got to be honest with you. I'm the bounty hunter who killed your husband. I wanted to...
So you're the one? The one who killed my Tom? Get out! Right now! Get out and take your blood money, you piece of shit! Get out now! Just leave.
Whatever.
You're an idiot.
Your husband was a piece of shit.
No. It's just... You are willing to sell your own child to the Legion as a slave because you're so desperate for money to feed your family. But you won't take it as a handout just because you don't like where the source came from. If you're not picky enough to sell your own child, but you are picky enough to not take it from us, you have some serious problems, and you don't deserve to take care of these children. Be better off without you.
Well, I guess we don't really have a choice. I'm just a concerned citizen with some extra caps. Nothing devious, I swear.
Well, okay. This is... I don't know what to say to this other than thank you. You're going to give us our lives back, stranger. God bless you.
Oh, fuck you.
Did it burn you up having to lie to her like that? Maybe it was natural for you.
I don't give a
You can
fuck
tell yourself
about
that she's got the
lying.
cap, so it makes things right. But deep down, that demon whispers the truth. You caused this. Try to bury it, suppress it all you want. Everything you've done comes back to you in the end. If all my pestering is starting to bother you, take heart. We're nearing the end of the line. We've got a date with some fancy legionary near Cottonwood Cove. See you there.
Hey, anything going on? What's up? Yeah, what do you want?
Can we stop by the hostlers? I don't know what point they serve, but I just like to...
She mentioned them, so I think they're added by this mod, and she was supposed to be one of the ones who owned the land.
Yeah, like we could have like spoken to her and had an effect on Quigley.
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I think giving her the money was better than...
Yeah, I mean, that's what she needed. She should have accepted it even if we told the truth. She's not in a position to be picky.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe this shit. You again?
I mean, you no harm.
Whatever you say, stranger. Go snoop somewhere else and get the fuck out of my house. Right now.
I just want to ask you some questions.
Are you deaf? I don't give a damn about what you want. Just get out of here.
Fine.
Get lost.
Yeah, I think she only exists for us to tell her about her. Oh.
Cool.
Almost missed that.
Uh-huh. But yeah, that's stupid. She isn't in a position to be picky, first of all. Second of all, does she have any idea what kind of person her husband was?
Did I ever tell you that Nuka-Cola, apparently in Nuka World, you could find the CEO with his brain preserved in a jar like in Futurama?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We never found that because we were so sick of that DLC by the time we finished it.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, why is this so laggy? I don't get it. Why is this so laggy?
I don't know. Careful, it's killing us.
There we go.
Okay. Let's just go.
Whoa, what? Oh, that's from another mod.
Okay.
Let's just try to run away and fast travel.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to kill him, but it was just taking so long.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
This is a gang from Fallout 4. They were very irrelevant.
Nearly every gang in Fallout 4 is very irrelevant.
Every faction in Fallout 4 is irrelevant. I'm kidding. No, they were basically like, we're a gang, but we dress up in suits and use submachine guns. Awesome. You got like a core philosophy? We wear suits. And we use machine guns. Great.
Also, I don't really care about having to lie to her. If she's going to be that fucking stupid, then just give her the money. Because it's about her children, not her.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just the whole willing to do the Legion thing and then not.
Yeah, it pisses me off too, especially because she had to have known what kind of person her husband was. You're gonna act all high and mighty when he was the one killing traitors and taking all their shit and stuff like that. Like, really?
This is why this just isn't working on me. I get what he's trying to do, and I do think it is an interesting take. But I feel like it could have been done better if there was more moral ambiguity at the beginning. I mean, the beginning of these mods was actually very simple. There's a bad guy, you go kill him. So I don't feel bad about that at all.
Yeah, and there's nothing he can do to make you feel bad about that, because it's like, no matter what the results were of us killing those people, they still deserve to die, because if we hadn't killed them, then they would have gone on to kill more people and done worse things. And that's not our fault. That was their choices. And some of them we even turned in alive.
Oh, see, I was thinking of Quisling.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, Quigley, yeah, he was just the raider. I think he was from the first Bounties. That was from the second one. Okay, yeah, so I did have it mixed up. My bad.
But yeah, that was so dumb. Because it's like, no, I don't feel bad about any of this. And I don't care about having to lie to her. I don't care about, I just don't. Because the truth
seriously? He's on the Overlook?
Oh. Because the truth of the matter is, he was a bad person. And whether she knew or cared or not, she obviously didn't try to stop him, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, she might have been in a desperate situation for her children, and so she didn't question the money because she needed it. Oh, but she'll question it when we give it to her, Because
we killed her Tom. He was a shithead. It's just like he was a raider. You're gonna act all high and mighty. It's ridiculous.
Are we gonna have to go all the way over there?
Yes, that's why you should have fast traveled to there in the first place.
He said Cottonwood Cove. Oh, look, there's no one even here.
I think he might have ran off again.
Yeah, he probably did. And who telling where he went?
Let's just go over to there where those enemies are. That seems the most likely place.
But he would be a friendly icon. There's no friendlies over here. Let's try going... Oh, hey, there's a friendly one over there.
Yeah, let's see if it's over there.
There's also a few friendlies over there. So here, let's try these ones first.
Okay.
Ah, they're just hounds.
Okay.
Okay, must be this guy over here.
Yeah.
Hope so, anyway. Oh, goodness.
There's a bunch of friendlies over here.
not. It's not what this is. Crap.
Let's try fast traveling over there again. Why won't you fast travel to Cottonwood Overlook?
I don't want to.
Why not?
Because it's bugged out there before, and I don't want to risk it.
Okay.
We might have to just cut because he's just not showing up where he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because he's run off or some crap like that. And killing everyone around here is not going to fix that. Yeah, let's just cut.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Oh. Nope. He's still supposed to be here. Oh, hey. There's a friendly over there, and the bad guy's going to attack him. Is that him?
I think it might be.
Nope.
Oh, it's a prospector.
Okay, yeah, let's cut.
Yeah.
Okay, we had to wait 3 full days for him to show up. We tried searching for him and everything, and he just... I hate that so much. You know what? There you go. You deserve that. Oh, wait.
That was not it.
I'm sorry. Well, what happens if we kill him? There, he'll get over it. Sorry about that, Virgil.
This nice little cavern is the temporary home of one Marcus Grabonius Libodrusus, an important man given his responsibility, slaves. Unbeknownst to his comrades, Drusus has been engaged with unsavory elements that happen to be in the employ of Marko. Lining your pockets is a capital offense in Kaiser's Legion, along with everything else. But corruption makes it more capital? Recently, Drusus has had second thoughts about his past exchanges. So it's high time he's reminded of his obligations.
About time, moron. Who lives in an anthill? That just finding Virgil just frustrated me so much right there, and that whole thing.
Yeah, like every other time he's been
intrude in my quarters? Name yourselves.
Not a polite reception, I must say. Is the hammer necessary? I think you're making my friend nervous.
By Mars, if you don't identify yourself, I'll bludgeon you and that other renegade into a bloody pulp.
I go by Virgil, but that's not really germane to the discussion. See, Drusus, I answer to a certain Marko. You might have heard of him.
You listen, profligate. I am done dealing with Marko or his lackeys. I do not answer to lawless scum.
Scum? That's harsh, Drusus. Harsh. You might not deign to speak with us now, but I seem to recall you happy to accept our captives a few months ago.
I can't. The speculators are investigating. If they know I dealt with you, I'll be scourged and crucified like a low criminal.
But you are a criminal. You should have embraced it. Believe me, life is so much simpler and fulfilling. Better than all the stilted soldiering.
I will never yield. You
killed him yourself. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Requiescat in pace, Drusus. He couldn't accept the change rendered by his choices. Now, where have I heard that before? If you're poised to lose some witty retort or just good old-fashioned vitriol, save it for just a touch longer. My business here is settled, so I must depart for Frosto. If you wish to join me, go to the Northern Passage and we'll make final preparations. Oh, and please leave any accompanying rabble here in the Mojave. Marko instructed me to bring you and no one else. See you there.
So, yeah, he killed him because this one was not related to us in any way. And that's why he took him out instead of asking us to do it.
Yeah. What an idiot.
I mean, I think it's kind of interesting to see, you know, the other side of the coin, the structure of the Legion's army, and how a guy was afraid of getting prosecuted on the Legion side. Basically executed.
Yeah.
Because the Legion's still horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You got nothing in here. What was the point of this?
I don't know.
Oh, and here's where he slept.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can leave.
So Utah is where Zion was. So it makes sense that they would reuse the same passage.
Yeah.
It's just when we went to Zion, we had to go through like a specific long trekking pathway. So I imagine we'll just be going a different pathway.
Yep. I think that's the only way to get to Utah.
Well, out of the Mojave, yes. The only other way is to go around the mountains.
Which would be long and arduous.
So they go through this little nook here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
What happened when you fought in the cage?
I was strong enough from all the work, but I didn't know anything about real fighting. Dickie wanted to use me as bait for his stud fighter, Jay. Guy had at least 30 pounds on me, had won a dozen matches. I saw him as an obstacle to my freedom, something between me and my brother. It was one of the many lessons in the power of resolve. That man should have killed me, but I wanted it more, plain and simple. He broke one arm and half my ribs, but I ended when I gouged his eyes and then drove my heel through his skull like it was a piece of old fruit. Dickie wasn't laughing then. I was hurt, but seeing his face was worth every break and bruise that I'd suffered. It was the first time I killed. I'm not sure what Dickie had planned for me because another man bought me on the spot. Guy named Thompson. He was all right. Thompson made me an offer. Win enough matches and I'll set you free. Win a lot of matches and you can join the crew. So I did. So I fought and I won. Every type of man, big, small, slow, fast. I found a way to kill them. It always boiled down to willpower. Nothing else. Thompson was an old fellow, gruff but fair. He pushed me hard, but it paid off. He never beat me. Not that I gave him reason. I respected him. He recognized the fire burning in me, knew how to harness it without smothering me. Wasn't long before I was working alongside him. After Thompson died, I was in charge. Wasn't long after that I met Marko, and the rest is history.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say this one.
Actually, I need more time to prepare.
That's fine. I'll just be waiting up here amidst Cazadors, Deathclaws, and roving bands of raiders. No problem whatsoever.
Shouldn't be a problem for you.
Yeah, because you're so tough and whatnot. Okay, so yeah, I guess we'll be heading out next episode. We're going to have to call it for one today. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this guy. He's a jerk. You want to kill him again?
No, it's okay.
Okay, well, this is Super Mod Fallout. I'm Kyle.
I'm Kira.
Bye.
Bye.